And now it's time for Ask Rich and Ed, our bite-sized chunk of a podcast.
Ooh, nice. Bite-sized chunks. Like dog food.
We get a lot of listener questions, which we love to answer with insightful views and advice.
Ooh.
Let's see what questions we've got this time, Ed.
Well, Rich, will they be insightful, fatuous, or inane? Let's make it real.
Boom. And the next question is from Tiger Pantang in Thailand. I'm reading a lot of procurement online strategy content saying a centralized procurement structure is best. We have separate procurement offices across our Southeast Asian locations. Do we have to centralize to be best practice?
In a word, no. There you go, answered.
Not sure that centralising across Southeast Asia will work. There might be certain categories or areas where a regional approach might work, regional suppliers or process system strategy stuff or tracking, project tracking or something. But I think it's always good to maintain some feet on the ground in each territory.
I think also that there does seem to be a move online at the moment. Centralisation was the way to go for procurement. Well, it's just not the case, is it? It depends. It's situational and relative to the strategy of the organisation that you work with.
Yeah.
So what's the strategy of the business? Is that heavily decentralised or centralised? That creates a sort of pro forma organisation for the business. And not all businesses are centralised. They like to be close to their local markets in some cases. They're heavily decentralised and owned from the centre and just watched and allowed to plough their own furrows, in terms of making revenue, improving revenue, growing profit and all that stuff. And the other one is, I think, to your point there, Rich, is about norms in country. Do people in one part of Asia want to be told by another group of people from another part of Asia how to run their affairs?
Yeah.
You have to consider all of those sort of factors when considering whether to centralise or decentralise.
We have two business units, one in North Korea and one in South Korea.
Centralise.
Should we centralise?
On the DMZ. Or DMZ. There's a little hut,
yes.
couldn't they? They could meet there at that little hut on the line.
Take cover. We're going to the DMZ.
No, I think organisation comes from the business strategy.
Yeah, you're right. The business strategy and the country culture as well play a part in both of those things.
There's no one template for business, that's for sure.
Right, cool.
Right, so this is from Nguyen Chung in Hong Kong. He says, where does procurement responsibility start and end? We keep getting blamed for issues and problems that are not our core job, i.e. an engineer picks a supplier that cannot make it to the tolerances needed, or when a purchase requisition is raised last minute, or even after we need goods and services. And we are also given work to define the specification and other requirements that I think the stakeholders should be defining. What do you reckon, Rich?
Yes, indeed. Well, it's all those things. It's back to the manager and leader stuff again. But this is at a sort of more junior level, isn't it? It's all of those things. It's your job to support the business to get what it needs to help them solve their problems, make yourself a name for being positive and getting stuff done. Then the stakeholder will be beating down your door for support and you'll be too busy to get anything done. No, you should be helping and supporting wherever you can. That's the job of the procurement people. Go and help and support.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think the only thing is if the business is acting suboptimally, they're telling a supplier they got the business, ordering the stuff verbally when they shouldn't, and then coming to you when the stuff's just been delivered and saying, "Oh, I need to raise a requisition, and can't you help me do that? Can you do that for me? And I need a purchase order, and I need it PDQ, etc." I think then you need to push back, and I think you just need to be adult in your conversation with your stakeholders. But as Rich said, you're there to help. We're part of a function that helps to oil the wheels of the business. We're a service function.
Yeah. And there's two ways you can do it as well on that. You can make it very difficult to stakeholders, in which case they need to come for you to help, or you can make it really easy for them, in which case they'll come to you for help.
Yeah. I think you have to push back though.
Yeah, you do. If people are continually not following the process. But then again, have a look at the process. Maybe there's something wrong with the process or there's something wrong with the system and you're not perceiving it from the stakeholders' views. You see what the stakeholders says, and it might be someone who doesn't often buy things. So every time they buy something, it's a voyage of discovery for them, and it's your clunky process, which is awful. Have a look at it from their point of view and see what they're trying to do. See if you can improve the process.
And shouldn't a procurement function be slightly ahead of the curve in terms of engaging its internal customers so it has an idea of what's coming? So that it's creating framework agreements or whatever with the right suppliers. Isn't that part of the enabling activity, I think?
We're too busy putting in complicated contracts that nobody understands, full of rebates.
Excellent. With the wrong suppliers. in the centralised structure when we're actually decentralised.
Yes.
So this is a short one, Rich. This is from Keir Strummer.
Okay.
Keir Strummer says, is everything negotiable, Rich?
Well, Keir, if that is your real name, the answer to this is, of course, yes.
Ooh. Is death negotiable?
Death is negotiable. All you got to do is summon up the devil and do a deal with him.
Or go to hospital.
Yes.
And what about taxes? Tax.
Tax is all negotiable.
Ooh.
Especially if you are the owner of a very large American corporation.
Ooh. Particularly technology ones.
A technology one in particular. I don't want to pay my tax. That's okay then.
That's the thing, isn't it? So when you say, is everything negotiable? There used to be that phrase, didn't it? Everything's negotiable except death and taxes.
And now they are too.
But that's just not true, is it? Because if you throw enough money at it and you have something very seriously wrong with you, use a cancer word, if you throw money at it, you can probably survive longer. So it is negotiable. Whereas if you just go into the wrong end of the health service, then maybe you won't live so long. And the other one is tax negotiable? Well, bloody course it is, because as I understand it, if you want to set up in Luxembourg, where a lot of companies do, they go to the Luxembourg authorities and say, we would like to pay 0.1% tax, please. Can we domicile ourselves here? And they say, certainly, sir.
They say we.
We, yeah, or yeah. So, yeah, is everything negotiable?
Yes, I think especially, as you say, if you're negotiating from a huge position of power, such as being the US president or the founder and co-owner of a vast American technologically high-powered, high-tech business, then yes.
Yeah, it could be negotiable through the courts as well, couldn't it?
Indeed.
So, yeah, I think you might struggle to negotiate in the supermarket.
I tried that recently. It didn't quite work. It ended up being a lose-lose. I worked out with a replacement product. They kept the product which was broken, even though I said I could have that bit of that broken product because you're going to throw it in the bin otherwise. And they said, no, we're going to throw it in the bin anyway.
Oh, dear.
I said, I'll pay you 35p for that item.
Oh, yeah.
But they chose the lose-lose.
Pointless. So what tax you pay when you die is all negotiable, but in the supermarket, you can't negotiate.
So there you are, Keir. Everything's negotiable, including death.
Yes.
And that's it for questions this week.
Oh, they were super duper. Yeah, I like them. Thank you, team.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.